Well, a lot of people that I see, especially people who fight hooks and overdraws, is they finish and they've got that old reverse C look. A lot of stress on the back. Certainly want to get away from that. Hey everyone, in this video we're going to go over how to have a proper golf swing follow through. We're going to talk about a PGA Tour and LPGA Tour finish, and I'm going to give you a great drill that's going to help you get into that finish each and every time. Smash that like and subscribe button. Thank me if this video had a positive impact on your golf game, contribute to the ongoing success of my YouTube channel, and comment. These things help in more ways than you know. Okay, so the first thing we have to talk about is what is a proper golf swing follow through. And what I always like to refer to is the PGA Tour and the LPGA Tour because they do it so well. So what does a PGA Tour, LPGA Tour finish look like? I'll do it first from face on, but when they get to their finish, their belt buckles to the target, their trail toe, remember that's the one furthest away from the target, so my trail toe is my left toe. For a righty, it's going to be your right toe. And the club is over their right shoulder, but most importantly, they're in balance. So they could stay here the rest of the day. They get to that finish, and they're just posing on the great shot that they just hit, and they could stay there the rest of the day because they're in such perfect balance if they need to. Now, I've come up with a great drill just through teaching this winter and watching students, and something that we can work on with our hand path that's going to help us to and almost force us into that PGA, LPGA Tour finish, that proper golf swing follow through. And there's like a bonus in here, because if you're somebody who fights a hook, so for a lefty, the ball's shaping this way. For a righty, the ball's going to be shaping this way, but if you fight a hook, this is going to help you with that too. All right, so let's get into the content. So people who fight a hook, and this is kind of how I came about it, but people who fight a hook tend to have a lot of tilt back through impact. It's almost like they're getting underneath the ball. They're kind of scooping it into the air, for lack of a better way to say it. And so what I teach my students to do, we start working on their hand path. In a very simple way we can work on the hand path, and I like to start with this because it's kind of easy to digest, and as you know, I like to start with the simplest thing first and then move into more complicated things only if we have to. So what I'll talk about is feeling like we brush our lead leg, lead thigh, lead pocket. Lead, remember, is the one closest to the target. So for me as a lefty, it's going to be my right thigh, my right pocket. If you're righty, it's going to be your left thigh, your left pocket. But on that downswing, I'm going to feel like I'm going to brush that. And as I do that, notice I'm not leaning back anymore. So it's going to help you get rid of the hook or the overdraw that you might be seeing. But instead, what it creates is what we call a covering move. And so as I begin to cover the golf ball, as I do that, you can see that my left shoulder goes right to the target. And as that happens, it's almost like I'm hitting the golf ball with the left side of my body. My left shoulder, my left hip, my left knee is going right into the back of the golf ball as the club, for me as a lefty, swings to the right as I'm brushing that right pant leg. And what we do is we end up finishing in what we refer to as a stacked position. So you can see my chest is right over my right knee, and I'm in a nice straight line here. If I took my club and dropped it down, you can see I'm in a straight line. Well, a lot of people that I see, especially people who fight hooks and overdraws, is they finish and they've got that old reverse C look. A lot of stress on the back. Certainly want to get away from that. So how do I do it? First way, simplest way, is just I get to the top of my backswing and I'm going to work on putting those hands into my right pocket, into my right thigh. The club is going to exit kind of low and to the right, and as I do that, the left side of my body really becomes the engine of the golf swing. All right, so what I'm going to do, and I'll give you another way that you could go about doing this, especially if you have a partner with you practicing. But I'm just going to start off a tee, and everybody says, well, why are you starting off the tee? Because I want you to focus more on your swing and not necessarily the golf ball. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just work on swinging it kind of low and to the right, putting those hands into my right pocket, just go really slow to start, and then we're going to work it up from there. We're going to see if we can amp it up. So I'm just going to the top of the backswing, and from there I'm just kind of finishing low and to the right. And that helps me, that left side of my body is now the engine, kind of helps me get into that great finish, that PGA Tour, LPGA Tour finish. I'm in balance. All right, so that's great. We kind of start with it off a tee. And you might say, hey, you know, that thought doesn't really work for me. I need something a little bit more than that. What else can I do that'll help me get this hand path working more into my right pocket? If I'm a righty, it's going to be working more into my left pocket. So what I'll do in lessons is I'll take and I'll just put the club just in front of the student's front hip. It'll be my left hip. And what I have them do is I have them make a practice swing to the top of their backswing and just work on making sure their hands go to the inside of the grip. This is from face on, so I'm in my posture. I've got my grip right here off my right hip. I go to the top of my backswing, and all I'm working on doing very slow in the downswing is I'm working on missing this grip to the inside. Now, go very slow to start if you have somebody holding it there for you, because it's really easy if you're going fast to bust your knuckles on the grip. So make sure we go really slow if you're going to have a friend hold it there for you. And then when we start hitting golf balls, what I'll do is I'll hold it there for the student. When they start their backswing, I'll just move it so they can swing through, but it gives them kind of a reminder before they start their swing back that, hey, I want these hands going right or left, depending on if they're right or left-handed golfers. But that's the next thing I want to work on, is just imagine, you know, I've got my grip out here in front of me, and I'm just going to work on this hand path going more to the right, which should pull me to that nice PGA Tour finish. So here we go. Maybe just rehearse it. So I've got that grip is right here in front of me. I'm going to go to the top of my backswing, and I'm just going to work on missing. Notice I'm going very slow so I don't bust my knuckles. Do it from face on here just so you can see it one more time. So the grip is kind of right here somewhere. I got to work on my hands going more to the inside. We're going to work on this covering move, getting into this stacked finish. So I get to the top, and then I'm going to work on missing that grip. And notice I'm in that PGA Tour, LPGA Tour finished. I'm very balanced. I'm stacked over my right leg, my right knee. So let's see if we could put this into a golf swing. Just quick little rehearsal, get the feel again, and then boom, here we go. Yeah, and that definitely, I could really feel the club like almost carrying me into that great PGA Tour, LPGA Tour finish. So if you're somebody who struggles with the follow-through, quickly in review, very simple. Just see if you can get that grip, get those hands into your right leg, right pocket if you're a lefty, left leg, left pocket if you're a righty. If that doesn't quite do it, if you need a little more visual, a little more help from there, just have somebody hold a grip just to the left side of your lead hip. Again, as a lefty, it's going to be my right hip. The lead's the one closest to the target, but off my right hip. If you're a righty, it's going to be off your left hip, and you're just working on missing that grip, working on the hand path. If I can get the hand path right, it's going to pull me to that wonderful finish that we're looking for. So now you know how to have a proper golf swing follow through. We went over a PGA Tour and LPGA Tour finish, and I gave you 2 great drills that'll help you get into that position or that finish each and every time. I have 2 more videos up here right now that I promise will continue to help you improve your game. And remember, please like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, thank me, and comment.